Good afternoon, everybody. It's Max Convexity. Hope everyone is having a great afternoon. Let's look at these Defiance funds and see where they are in relation to the profit boxes. This first one is JEPY. They trade SPX options, of course. Anyway, we had a big rally this morning. Little pullback, but we're still well above the profit box. So that looks like a full profit. We'll check out the NASDAQ or the triple QY. Chart looks very similar. I bet this one's also a full profit, yeah. Let's see how the old Russell 2000's doing this afternoon. IWMY's benchmark or parent asset. That's right on. It is right on max profit though. So we're in good shape, 3 for 3. Let's check out TRES and see if old TRES is staying out of that valley of death. Oh, heck yes it is. These managers covered the shorts today, or maybe last night. Charles told me about it, one of my subscribers. They had a short call and a short put, and they covered him, and it's a good thing because it would have cost them a lot more. Well, yeah, it would have cost them a lot more. It would have cost them a lot more because the call would have cost a heck of a lot more to cover after today. So it's a good thing they covered him, because now all they have is longs on. So, man, these guys are murdering it right now. Let's go see what they're up in option strat. That's a different trade. It's the same kind of trade on a different stock. All right, look at TRES up. It's showing up 32,000 right now. Holy cow. Nice job, guys. I wonder if they'll monetize this and how they'll monetize it. If they'll recenter the strikes, if they'll roll, if they'll sell something, if they'll... Who knows? I have no idea. It should just be fun to watch. As of now, it looks like they just have these long strikes. So this is just a, that's just, you know, that's just a long, that's just buying a strangle. That's nothing fancy. There's nothing even sold against it. I mean, if this goes the other way, they could lose $210,000. And this expires in a few days. So right now, the Valley of Death looks like that. Well, it has 7 more. It goes out here a little bit longer than I thought. These longs don't expire for 2 weeks. Okay, well, that's fine. So they still have 2 weeks on it, but still, to me, you also have 2 weeks to slip back into the Valley of Death. But it's not a $250,000 loss on Friday. I was thinking these expired sooner than that. Well, in any event, I still wish they would take some of this off the table. Think how much they could pay dividend with it, and the NAV could go up at the same time. It'd be awesome. This is a really intriguing strategy. All right. So yeah, that looks good there. Let's look at Tesla real quick. I don't know why this is so slow today. I mean, this is ridiculous. Well, I can tell you what it's going to look like. There's a big profit box way up here at 205. And then there's a couple of smaller profit boxes at, I think, 192.5. And anyway, yeah. All right, yeah, well, that's what it looks like. All right, if the rest of the single stocks are going to be that slow to come up, let's just not even look at them. Let's just look at them like this. Let's just look at them like this. This should have the well, this does have the changes for everything. All right, the red is the Nasdaq. So look, Nasdaq's up 1%. You can see how high all of the high yield funds are up in relation to the Nasdaq. YMAX is doing the best today. I think it was outperforming yesterday. The worst today, just on a price basis, and this is at this point in the day, is FEPI. Triple QY is also looking good. JPIQ is also looking good. In any event, it's early. We'll check again after the market closes. So here's the single day stocks. Look at Misty. Misty's up freaking 16% today. I mean, this is a huge bounce back. That AI stock is up 5 point, or they're both up. The underline's up 6%, and the AIYY is up 5.8. That's a great performance. Maxi's outperforming its benchmark. I just switched Maxi's benchmark to be BITO. It's, I think, a different Simplify fund that does Bitcoin futures. So we'll just compare the two Simplify funds. So Maxi on the left, BITO on the right. They're both good funds. Look, today the average of these funds these aren't all of them, these are a lot of them. The average fund is beating the average benchmark by a pretty nice little margin. Great day to be an investor, especially a high yield or a dividend investor. All right, guys, I'll be back later on in the day, probably after the market's closed. Thank you.